You can hear me typing, I know. I've got the stream going, so I always have to be quite careful not to like say anything or like blow my nose publicly. Okay, I don't have a stream though, so I'm gonna run away and come back to get a stream. Alright. It's so funny, you gotta run away to get it. But it's so pretty over here too, so I like running over here and seeing what Emma's made. Oh, and there's my practice throne. Ooh, look at these cars! Oh my gosh, that one's got like galaxy on it. Oh, those are fancy. And Hayabusa's sing. Okay, and then usually if I'm here, I can see my stream running, so then I'm like, now I know. I know I'm good. Now I can go back. And it should be there. Yep, now it's good. Such a funny thing you gotta do. Thank you for being here. The elves are here. Oh my gosh, you guys are so cute. I'm gonna let you take center stage, you guys. Oh, they even have their nails done the same. I wonder when the elves are gonna go away. Like, do they have to go back to the North Pole once the weather changes, or can they stay like all year? Or maybe they turn into like leprechauns in March or something. Look at that scene. That's so cool. They're still showing up. You know what I love about this scene, and I did not do this on purpose, but the palm tree up there catches the light of the sun, and it like casts that cool palm tree onto the screen. And the first time that happened, I was like, "Oh, I have an overlay on my screen." But then I was like, "No, I don't." Like, um, I freaking love that. Although sometimes it's in the way, it's kind of annoying, but it's the most cantina thing ever. It's just, I freaking love palm trees. There's, it's snowing by me today. It's a winter storm warning, and so I need my palm trees, guys. I love palm trees. I think I've told you that before. And plus, like, this palm tree was one of the first, like, this was literally on my to-do list. I was like, all these giant things, but then like animate a palm tree was like equally challenging, or like I wanted to do it so bad. And this animation is actually like super like low tech. All I did was like move the whole asset left, right, and then I made it like get big and small. And so like that action together makes it actually look like it's in the breeze. But I need to animate it. Like originally I was gonna have each frond like animated together, but you can see it's moving, you know, pivoting on that center point. So yeah, there's always like little things like that that I like that I love, and I actually love like finding really um like low tech ways to make stuff work, because it's like, yeah, I don't need to be super challenged, like I don't need to be super talented, I guess, to make that cool stuff. Okay, I'm going to get my stream going. My stream is going. I'm going to get my um, make sure everything's caught up. Be good about how I toggle screens, because Sin is watching. He'll know if I do it wrong. All right, I'm going to give this a second to catch up to us. and I'm going to jump right in to Blender. So thank you everybody for being here today. It's Builder Basics Live, and today we're going to be in Blender, and we're going to be creating like an animated object. It's actually so easy that it's scary. Like if you know how to go into Blender and make a cylinder, which I told you, we should be the experts. We should be the master of the cylinder. Before we go do a donut, before we do anything like that, we should be master of the cylinder. Um, Once you can do that, you're gonna see today. Like animating is so freaking easy. I'll just jump back to whoa. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I got a close up of on that reindeer. I feel like I saw that reindeer's nether region. But what I didn't want to show you that. What I wanted to show you is this animated floor. So this is literally a cylinder. It's just a thin one. You can see I didn't even make the edges pretty. You could it's all squashed down there, which is kind of I should have done something different. Oh, so yeah, let's slow down, but it's moving. This is an artwork created by Club Multiculti, and this was somebody from the Shi-Fi Cohort 14 around Music Art Fest. I wanted to have art from all sorts of different, Shi-Fi alumni and have that in here. And when she sent me this one, like all of this art here, Glam Chain, like if you go upstairs, I can't break through, that's got a collider. The art is all over. But when I saw hers, I was like, oh, dang. Like, I want to do something different with it. I want to make it into a dance floor, like a moving dance floor. So what we're going to do today with just animating a simple object is 100% all of the things we're going to do, they're the same action, and it's this. It's just taking a cylinder and making it rotate. But if you can do that, you can do so many different things. So for this one, I just flattened it out, put it on the floor, boom, it's a dance floor. If you go over here, you're going to see the same concept. But for this one, I wanted to have like this little dispenser thing moving, so that when people come in, if you just come in and it's not moving, it's just kind of stagnant, like it's not as exciting. So if there's something moving, it catches your eye. Maybe I spent too much time playing Fortnite, but I really think moving things like movement is where it's at. Again, this is a simple cylinder. There's nothing complicated to it, and it's just rotating. I kind of thought I would put it like on the top of the OP badge. Oh, and then this one is Rustan's. This one's not mine. It's Rustan's. But same thing. Like that movement is like it's powerful. Like boom, it pulls you in. So that's what we're gonna do. There's also movement in these lasers up here, which they've got a little bit of other stuff going on. But I think once you see how to get started, you'll be able to like take it in directions super quick. I kind of actually think that like movement is so important to learn because it's almost like a hack, like a secret that we're not keeping it from anybody, but it's so easy. And I'm like amazed that there's not more tutorials out there showing people how to do it. Because I'm like, if I didn't have these lasers on the scene, it would be so much, I don't know, it would just be so much sleepier. Oh, and the lighthouse too. You can see I use this, I'm like a one-trick pony. I know how to do one thing and I do it over and over again. I'm kidding. I know how to do that more than just that. But it's the same theory. It's taking one moving thing and just making it go round and round. All right. So you can, yeah, I kind of forgot like all the different places that I probably have things like animated and moving. So let me get in my chair, pull up some coffee, make sure our stream is where it should be, and we'll get going. So this is the scene I'm working on, and I kind of told you, when we've gone into Blender before, like my workspace, there'll be like this is my workspace. That's the scene that I'm going to load into Decentraland. But then I have all this other stuff. It's literally like a construction site. I've got like, assets that I want to use again. There's a little bit, oh, sorry, my screen is weird. I don't know if you guys can even see that. I don't think you can. So if I ever slow and stop, it's because my screen is being kind of like, it's taking a second to catch up. But there's like Christmas lights and icicles. I don't even know where that came from because I tried to find where that came from and I couldn't find it. So my workspace when I'm in Blender is gonna have, the main part that I'm gonna deploy, but then everything else. Because it's easier to just move it to the side. I could also hide stuff over here, like, let's see, if I wanted to hide something, I should have picked something not so, all right, I won't try to hide that. It's way down here. You can see my list. This is all the assets that I have here. I'm recycling old builds, and so that's why these are things that I made very early when I got into Blender, and so I never like joined the objects. They're all still like independent, so like each one of these is a different asset. I could go in and I could join them. It would make the scene probably run better. Probably should have thought about that. But so I do want to put it out there that old guy had an amazing idea, and that is to create something for the Olympics that are next month. So we would love to invite anybody that wants to help make something. It's February 6th through the 22nd, and this is going to be a huge scene. This is the cantina right here, and then this is behind the cantina. Oh, and then this is over where I have my butterfly exhibit. Over here is like CBD. So this is huge. It's the biggest interconnecting scene I've made yet. So I really kind of don't think it's going to do what I want it to do. But my hope is that I can make a ski slope right down here, takes you all the way to the far side, and then right here is a chairlift that hopefully it will be a functioning chairlift that will take you here, and then here, and then here, and all the way back up. So I'm going to build this build in the open. Like if anybody wants to join us and build something, I have land around it that we can deploy to. I think it would be really fun, and I don't know, like I love winter, so it's a cool one. Okay, let's get going. What I want to do, so like moving parts today, this right here is a shiv on a ski resort. So like when the gondola that I haven't created yet is going to go up here, it's not going to need this. Like in real life, it needs this to survive. We don't need it in Decentraland. However, I think this piece moving will add a lot. Like if I have this going around in my scene, I think that that's going to add, like, I don't know, just movement is life. Movement is life. So I think that that would be really cool to have that moving. I'm going to get to that second. First, I'm going to make a sign over here, but I started with kind of a white area because I want to just have a quick, like, recap of kind of some of the things we did last week. Oh, hold on a second. I'm going to jump into 1 second. I forgot I was not streaming on CBD. So I'm going to jump in there, join voice. There we go. Okay. Display capture. And we're back. So, real quickly, just because it's like a nice way to kind of recap, you can see all of this is white, so I don't have a lot of contrast. So I can just go in and click my materials and just add color to all of this. And that's just going to make it easier for me to see what I'm doing. So if I used to work at a ski resort, so for me, like this used to be my job. There's 13 required signs. This red one is one of the 13 required ANSI signs at US ski resorts. And so it's fun because I'm like, all right, I got to remember all the stuff that I put out, like put this thing out every morning. And you got to like shovel it. So it's kind of nice in Blender. You don't have to shovel. So this is like right here where I want people to enter. And this is where I want to put my moving assets so that I have kind of like a funnel so I can get people with their avatars right where I need them to be. Because in order to pull this off, because this is kind of a lofty goal to have this like a chairlift where people can start right here and somehow their avatar ends up there. I'm gonna have to have a bunch of different, like a bunch of moving parts. Like, oh my gosh, that's such a dad joke. I need moving parts, I literally do. And I need moving colliders, which is a different beast, and I'm not gonna do that today because it's a little bit different. Um, so I need to make sure that avatars are exactly where I want them to be, or this won't work. In order for a moving collider to pick you up, you gotta be where I want you to be, and there's no, if it's not there, it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna make a sign today to tell people like enter here, and I want to make sure that they see it. So I want it to capture their attention. And I'm going to start with the cylinder. But since the spawn point of the scene is way over here, I know my cylinder is not going to show up where I'm looking. It's going to show up over there. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is Shift A, and that's going to bring up this screen. And I'm going to hit cylinder. And before I do anything else, I'm going to look at these vertices. The higher the number of vertices, the more triangles you're going to have. And now, since Decentraland relaxed the triangle limitations on the scenes, I could probably just cruise right through this, but I don't want to. I think it's probably still a good idea to be like careful with your triangles. So I'm just gonna put, I don't know, 16. It's not gonna look really different, but I think like if I just keep the triangles low for the whole scene. I don't know, like I'm just trained to do that, so I'm gonna keep doing that. And now I'm like, okay, but where is it? And I can see something highlighted over here, but I can't grab it until I click on the move option. And then I'm just gonna move this to the area I'm working on over here. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I need to know the scale of this. I can't have it be like a giant, if it's a giant cylinder and I think it's a sign and it's actually like a giant water tank, that's not gonna work. So I kind of like to have it near where I am. And actually, to be honest, I haven't even tested that this is like exactly the scale. So I'll probably have to like go in later and make sure that, everything is just the way it should be. So you can see like the corners, the vertices. It doesn't really matter what this looks like. Like, honestly, it's gonna be just a little sign. I might make it larger just because it's easier for us to see. Now, I have not rotated it yet because I want this, I don't want it to be sitting here like a pancake or like a plate sitting here. I want it to be, I'm gonna do this, but then I'm gonna reverse it. I want it to be on the side. But since I need it to be animated, I don't want it to be like, ooh, kind of here, kind of there. Like, it's got to be perfect. So I'm going to do Control Z to get it back here because I haven't touched it, I haven't messed with it, and I want to leave it that way. I don't want to start messing with it until I'm ready to like move it. The first thing I want to do is get the texture on here because the worst thing you can do is get this thing beautiful and then put the text or get it animated and then put your texture there and you're like, oh snap, I did it wrong. Because usually when you add a texture, it's especially a cube, it's usually sideways and you have to like modify it and like I found like some really bad ways that I was doing it, and now I've found a way to fix it. So I'm gonna just leave it. I'm not gonna move it. I'm not gonna resize it or anything. But I do want to add that texture. So to add a beautiful texture, I'm going to go over to here. I'm already on it. So material, and then new, and then I'm going to go to the base color. I'm not going to worry about any of this other stuff. I don't care. And I'm going to go to image texture, and now you can see it's black. I don't even know if I can like avoid that, but I'm going to ignore it. That's not my problem. I'm going to go to this open image. And then I'm going to try to find the one that I wanted. Enter here. And now you can see I got a beautiful image, right? But only half of it. And so this is what I mean. It's like if you had this perfect and then you're like, oh, it should say enter here. But all I see is an H. you'd be like mad, right? All right, so I'm going to make sure. So I'm in my head. I'm like, oh, I don't want to confuse anybody by doing too much other stuff. Like I really want to focus on the animating, but we do have to get this to look good. On a different day, I will really jump into this, like how to put these, the images on here. I gotta give 100%, 110% credit to Rustan, who taught me this method. So I feel bad, like I'm always, that's why I call this Build It Forward, because I'm only just taking everything that all the smart people knew, and Rustan is the one that taught me this. So Rustan, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna click on it. I'm in object mode, and now I'm gonna click up here and go into edit mode. And I can see the whole thing is highlighted. Oh, actually, I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna show you. I want to show you like what would happen. Okay. If you click on it, go into object mode. There's this little icon over here, and it's the X-ray. And this is a lifesaver because if I see it highlighted, but if I look closely and it's only the top highlighted, I'm going to go do some crazy stuff to this, but these other faces aren't going to be affected. And so much when I'm working, and this is Mr. J.S. Stickle taught me this one, is like this X-ray, and it's still, I can see through it, but these aren't selected. So I'm going to do the X-ray, and then I'm going to like highlight it, and you can see the change. Like if I'm only looking at the top face versus all of it. So this means you're gonna unwrap the whole thing, or you're gonna play around with the entire thing, and that's what I want to do. You can do a lot with that as you go on. All right, so I'm still in edit mode, and then I'm gonna go over here to UV editing, and don't get scared. If you guys hear UV editing, it's not time to be scared. This is okay. We got this. Even though it looks scary, it's not. This is okay. I'm like this is where I used to be like, oh, no, I can't do this. But we can. We can do the difficult things. So first of all, I'm going to scroll in and out. I'm not going to click on anything because I think when we get click happy, that's where stuff starts going crazy. And then I got gray over here. And I'm going to like just make this screen a little bit bigger, right? And then I'm going to zoom out. And then when I zoom out, oh, good golly, look at it, I'm not even close to it. So I'm gonna middle scroll wheel shift over to where I want to be, and this is what's annoying. Sometimes you got to do this a bunch of times, like in your build, and I still can't see anything because I have the setting over here, which is kind of stupid. I can't reach it. This is like super annoying, especially when you're doing a lot of stuff. I have to expand this screen. These four right here show you like the wireframe. This one, which is really good when you're moving stuff around because it helps you see the contrast. But if you're like, oh, I want to see what it actually looks like, that's this one. And then this guy is like what it looks like in world, and I use that later, but like usually I'm in this one right here. So that's why if you're like this and you can't see it, for this materials, you're going to have to be in this so that you can see real time what it looks like. There we are. So like, if you're, hopefully anybody watching this, you can just pause it because that's a lot right there that we just did. That's kind of a lot. I'm gonna make sure. Yep, I'm highlighted. Okay. So see, I just did something wrong because I pushed it. Shouldn't have pushed it. Okay. So what I want to do is look at this, and like when I used to teach my students kind of similar things for 3D printing, we would actually do this on paper first. There's really cool websites where you can get like paper stuff, and you can print it out, cut it out, and I would actually just have them do this with paper, because if you think about this, like a sheet of paper, each piece here, if I cut that out, I could like glue it all together, and I could have this same version in paper first. So like 3D printing, I would always make them do paper first because I'm a teacher, right? And high schoolers just want to go into the fun stuff, and of course I have to make it boring and horrible. But I think like they learn more. So if you think about it like that, it's really helpful, I think, in your mind. I'm going to highlight all this, and then I'm going to move it. But I want you to watch over here as I'm moving, because that's why you have to have both of these screens going at once, because I need to see where this is going to end up. So I can see, okay, enter here, cool, doesn't fit, still too big. And this is where you're going to hold down the S key as you change it. Now you can see that's not the way I want to do it. So I'm going to move it, I gotta let my computer catch up. Okay, I'm going to move it back this way. And at this point, you're going to be doing a lot of like beep, beep, like, sorry, sound effects, like move, large, move, small, move. Like, you're just going to have to tweak it. There's probably smart people way to do it, but this is how I do it. I just like up, okay, large, nope, that was the wrong way, oh, that way. I, I just eyeball it. I know there's mathematical people that are like, if you just put the coordinates in, it'll be perfect. But I've never been a coordinate kind of person. Um, Probably don't want to like eat my cooking because it might be not done with coordinates. All right, so it's getting close. I kind of don't like it. It kind of looks like it's squashed, and I feel like it's not squashed. But I mean, the computer doesn't lie. And then if you like accidentally click on part of it, just come over here and highlight that. All right, so I can definitely see that it's not to proportion. Like the part up here is narrow, the part down here is narrow, the part over here is wide, the part over here is wide. And I did use like AI to make this ring, and so I probably just don't have it perfect. So to fix that, or to like make more adjustments, I can just grab this, and you can see I did it the wrong way, so there, and then move it over. And that's pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna mess with the sides. There's a way to make that pretty. But I think for now, we just have like the sign we want. And actually, we only have it on one side, so I bet this other side is going to be ugly. Nope, yeah, it's ugly. Enter here. But I'm not going to worry about that, because today it's not about texture and making it beautiful, it's about making it animated. Alright, so the way that I fix that, though, is pretty easy. I'm going to just make this thin. Okay, now this is where I can get nitpicky, but I gotta remember, like, no, like, we're not, it's not gonna be perfect today. To get this, I don't want to turn it yet, it's hard to see, so I'm gonna move it up in the air just because then I can get my screen under it. So it says enter here, and I want it to say enter here on both sides. So what I'm gonna do is make sure I'm clicked on this, and I'm in object mode, and I'm going to do Shift D, and that duplicates it. So now I have two of these, but I don't want to move that. I want to leave it there. And let's see, I'm going to move this one down a little bit. Kind of see it's there. And then I'm just going to flip this. Ah, snap. What did it do that for? There we go. And this is where, like, I think it's pretty close. I can't tell for sure. But if I go into this, I can see it better. But you can see it's still kind of see-through, and it's because I have it in X-ray. So right here, I can see much more clearly that it's just a little bit off. This is probably perfect. I should just leave it. It doesn't matter because like these sides are, you can see it's like stretched. There's a really easy way to fix that, but for now I'm just gonna leave it here. All right, so I have, it says, sorry, the more you zoom out, the harder, like, I don't know, like the more you have to move your cursor to see it. So it says enter here on that side. It says enter here on that side. So now I want to like hook these two together, and this is literally how I made that sign outside of the cantina that says get your OP. I'm going to select one, and then I'm going to hold down shift, and select the next. So those both are highlighted, and then I'm going to right click on my mouse And I'm just going to join these together. So as soon as I click join, it's going to turn these into one object. So now when I turn it, it's not two objects, and I have my sign that I want to see on both sides. I'm gonna like undo that really quick, just because I don't want to mess with it until I'm really ready to rotate it. So joining two objects is, you'll use that a lot. These are simple objects, and like it only took me 3 minutes to make them. If you have big objects like the chair that I just made, oh, let's see. No, I don't want to do that. I'll do it this way. Chair. The chair that I just made had, I don't even know how many objects, way too many objects. And I did not want to mess it up, because once you join it, like, maybe there's ways to unjoin it, but for me, like, I don't know how to unjoin it. So I don't want to join it and then be like, oh, I just want to adjust one, and now I gotta go back. So like, I literally have a file that is just where I would store stuff like this that is not joined yet. So just put it in your mind. Like, once you join it, sometimes I've had to like go back and redo projects because I shouldn't have joined it yet. But I think for this one it's safe. Okay, so that was like 10 minutes of material talk, but that's okay. So here we are. We're ready to start animating this puppy. I'm gonna get it about where I want it to be, and I've got to. I'm thinking about how I want to rotate it up, because I want it to be perfectly 90 degrees like that. I'm gonna undo that. Get into this mode. There we go. You know what? Close enough. So now it's going to be sitting here. It's going to be, maybe it could be like going up and down. And then it's also, going like boo, 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 boo. Like that. I'm going to do something really quick. Just 1 second. I want to show you one other thing that is really helpful. If I can. Okay, so if I go and I'm like, now I want to animate this sucker, and I start going like this, and it's like doing this wallop instead of what it was just doing, like rotating on the middle, it might be because the point of origin is not centered. I just literally like did this on purpose. So I could show you. So if you ever have something and you're like, it's not moving the way I want it to do, look at where, like when you're grabbing it, where is the point of origin? Because you can make it wherever you want it to be. If I wanted this, like swings are like that. Swings, like if you imagine this is a swing or a door, you want the point of origin to be on the side, right? You want it to be over here. So somebody could be like, actually, that'd be cool. You know what? Now that I say it, it'd be really cool if this was a gate where somebody, like, in order to come up, the gate has to open, they go through, and then it closes. Open, close. Yeah, actually, that'd be cool. Maybe we could do that. But for now, I want it to, like, rotate around the center. So I just have to click it, right-click, set origin, and then there's a lot of different ways to do it. I usually do, like, center of mass. And that's going to put the point of origin right in the middle of it. And now you can see it's got that rotation that I wanted, instead of having this rotation. So that's kind of cool, because you can get, like different effects just by changing the point that it's going to rotate around. All right, so here we go. And like, I like to just move it like this, like to see, okay, what is it going to do? Is it going to do that? Am I going to, like, is it going to spin? And I'm not animating anything, and I'm undoing everything that I've just done. So after I've done that, I'm Control Z, because I don't, once you start leaving that, like, those movements on the board, like real movements, then then they're real. Like, that makes them real. Okay. So here we are, guys. We are ready to animate. This is the fun part. Now, this is like, literally, we could do this in a minute. if you have your asset, it's so easy to animate. And I'm like, why doesn't anybody talk about this? What I'm doing right here, though, is important. I'm pulling this up. Now, this is the dope sheet. Um, if you're making emotes, this is like where your life lives, right here. Um, and the cool thing about learning emotes before I learned Blender is there's a lot of this that was just easy once I got here. All right, got my thing selected. I'm in object mode, and now here's how easy it is. I'm not clicking on anything, but I have it selected, and I'm holding my mouse over it, and I'm gonna hit I on my keyboard. And if you look right down here, it just did something. So I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna do it again. So if you're right here, hit I, and I want you to watch down here when it happens. Boom. You have this little thing, and that's a keyframe. So if you actually did like right click and then I is insert keyframe. So that's all you're doing. But if I'm over here and I hit I, well, yeah, I guess it does it too. But I guess I always just like make sure I'm right over this because you might be animating different things. So I keyframe, and there you go. Like literally, that's all it is. So then if I hit play, okay, it's moving, but nothing's happening because right now I've told the computer that I want this to be right here. These are the XYZ coordinates, and it's doing exactly what I told it. So down here on the dope sheet, I should scroll it down here to 250, and I should just hit I again. And then if you see this bar, it's such a good like hack. It just says there's no difference, lady, between this first one and that one. So I can hit play, and it's not going to do anything. It's not moving. What I need to do, and I'm going to go over to here to the end, I think I'm just going to make one revolution. So I'm going to try to, it's got this cool thing, which you can see, like imagine a piece of the pie. I'm going to go all the way around, and I'm going to try to stop right before it gets to the end of the pie. And now I'm going to go over here, right click, insert keyframes, or I could have hit I. And you'll notice this went away because now, even though it looks the same, it's not the same. You just told it you want it to go in one revolution. So now if I hit play, you've got motion. And that literally is all it takes to animate. Like, why aren't we all animating? It's kind of cool, like, when you just create your first, like this, the animation, if you watch carefully, it's slowed down and it's stopped. Now watch, it goes faster, right around the middle, and then it's going to slow down as it reaches the end and stop. That is kind of the default, oh gosh, this is a harder one to explain. This is the default like way that it's moving, and it looks good. It's kind of like, kind of speeds up and slows down. But if I want like just a constant motion like the dance floor, I gotta do something different. So I guess right here, I should just stop us and say, we got the animation. Like, it's working. Done. If you want to animate something, just fast forward to the end of the video where I export it and you're done. Like, that's literally how easy it is. Now I can like tweak it and do a bunch of other stuff, but this is it. This is the easy part. So if I want this to just constantly rotate like the dance floor, I'm going to stop. It doesn't matter where I stop, but I'm going to make sure my cursor is down here on the dope sheet, and you'll see that this keyframe is white. This keyframe is orange. And I want them both to be orange. And I could like click that, shift, and get both of them. But what I usually do, because like for emotes, you're going to have like 1,000 keyframes. And so like it's kind of a pain in the butt to get them all. It's easy though. All you got to do is hold your cursor down here, hit A, and it's going to get everything. Now hit T, and that's going to bring up interpolation, I want to say interoperation, but it's not that. So like now just play around with stuff. You're not going to break it. I mean, and if you break it, just go to like, just do Control Z. See how that one goes? It like quiet, sleepy, and then it's like gonna speed up. Okay, let's do, I don't know, exponential. Let's see what that one does. Oh, it like, oh no, it's my computer that stopped. Okay, it's, sorry, I gotta stop and like let my computer catch up. So that one is like a, oh, it's like an exponential curve. It's like the mana price in 2026, what it's gonna do. Boom. Oh gosh, I just hit something that I shouldn't have hit. Let's do bounce. This one's kind of cool. If you want just like random motion, maybe it's like some kind of laser. This would be a good one because it's gonna like go and then bounce back. Boom. Um, let's go to elastic. This one is cool. Oh gosh, I don't know what's happening there. Oh, but that would be really cool if you wanted to get. Ah, never mind. Oh gosh, that's gonna freak me out. If you wanted lasers at a party, that is a cool effect. Each time I do this, I'm just pressing T to bring up the ideas. But what I want is just linear. I want it to be boring as heck. I want it to just be like, here we go, we're a dance floor, or like a little, the badge. Dance floor, I would just be making the animation like sideways, not like this. Yeah, that's it. Literally, like, that's how easy it is. Once you realize like how to animate, you're like, why didn't I do this before? But you can play around with those different options. If you want this, like this is kind of the speed of the little, moving animation that's out front of the cantina. But let's say I wanted it, I don't know, what would be faster? Like what would, like, or if I wanted it slower, the keyframes usually are set to like 250, like default. But let's say that I wanted this to be like super slow. If you go over here, click on your keyframes, and let's just say 1,000. I've actually like tried to break how many keyframes I can use by having animations that last like hours. I'm just gonna move that keyframe over there, and I'm gonna hit play, and now you can see it's still moving. It's just super slow. So this would be good, like if you maybe on the top of a building, if you had like CBD and you wanted the badge up there to be just moving along, you could do that. Let's do like 3,000. Let's get it really slow. Grab that keyframe. There. Now this is cool for things that you want to have moving like really slow. Honestly, there's so much stuff you could do with this. You could have, moving platforms that are barely going through your scene, and this is how you do it. Just different animation. All right, or like, what if you want it to be? Oh gosh, I'm like, what? Maybe let's do 50. Maybe this is your like club, and this is your laser. Although I don't, I think this is gonna be too crazy for me. But maybe you're just like, yeah, let's go. I'm gonna listen to some hard GABA trance, and I need something crazy. So like, oh, that's not even that crazy. Okay, let's do 15. I'm thinking like, oh, you could have this in like the little police lights that are like, woo, like when the Mo fire starts. Like, this would be so easy to have, like, you know what I mean? Like those things in the police lights, you could just have that in there. Whoop, 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 whoop. You could have your brand on it, like there's so much. Like I said, this one little hack of animating, it's so easy. I'm trying to think, should I do more or should I stop? So like what if I wanted to make this a dance floor and I want it to be like down here, like just kind of rotating, revolving, be kind of cool. So if I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna turn, if I hit play, it's gonna go back to where it was because it only knows the coordinates that you told it. So actually, maybe I'll do like another one and try to copy it because we have 20 minutes left, and that's gonna be good enough time. So I'm gonna do Shift D, and move it over here. And I'm going to make a dance floor. I'm going to make like, I don't know, a quick little dance floor. If you can see, like, I'm clicked on this one, I'm clicked on this one. The keyframes are the same because it copied everything. So if I hit play, this guy is going to jump over there and disappear. So I need to go down here, hit A, X to delete the keyframes. Now if I hit play, that guy's just going to move. This guy's going to sit there. He's chilling. I don't know why I made a little thing that's moving so fast. But now I can turn him on his side. I can make him go down. Just in the snow. And now you always want to make sure you're on like the first keyframe when you're getting started. And now just to set that first keyframe, and you can zoom in and out to make these like nice. There we go. So now the rotation, instead of being like sideways as it was, now I'm going to do it like this. So same thing. If you can see the pieces of the pie, remember you just want it to get to there. This is kind of a cool thing. The more I spin, look at how white it gets. You know, I don't want to do that. But just kind of cool. Like all of that is an animation there. I want to get almost to the edge because if I go over, yeah, I don't know what it'll happen. It just won't work. Okay, and then I'm going to hit I to add that keyframe, and now it should give me like a cool dance floor. Oh, and that one stopped. I'll explain why, because we added more keyframes to the scene. So like now that I have two animated objects here, we told the one up here to only move to 15 frames, and it did that. It did exactly what we told it to do. And when there were only 15 frames on the whole scene, it just sat there and like went around and around. But now because we added 200 frames, it's still just doing what it only does what we tell it to do. It got to 15 frames and then stopped. Whereas this other guy is still going. So if you want like both of these to be moving at the same time, you would just have to like spin it up a bunch of times or create these animations, add them like completely separate from one another. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to worry about the dance floor. Does it look good? It kind of does that thing where it stops. So again, I'm going to have my cursor down here, hit A, hit T, linear. And then it's going to do this. You can see it. No, it didn't jump at the end. Okay, I thought it was going to jump. And that just means I didn't get it quite close enough. But yeah, that's how you make a dance floor. That's how you make those guys. I didn't get it. Well, I might not have got it perfect. It doesn't look like it, but there's also like snow down here at an angle. So that's why you see it not looking 100% good. All right, but I do kind of want to just focus on this one. So I think I'm going to stop. I'm going to hit this X. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to click this guy. And I actually want 200 frames. So I'm just going to, I don't want it that fast. I'm going to slow it down. There we go. So now people can see. I want to enter here. I'm going to make it a little smaller. Here. Ah, okay. So see, I just did that. And I should have known better. I want it smaller. And so like, I guess the way to describe this is like, it's just gonna do what you want it to do. So if I want it smaller, and I made it smaller, and then I hit play, it still knows like that the data on the keyframe is still like, hey, you want it right here. It's like that song right here, right now. So I need to tell it. I need to tell it to change. So if I make it smaller, I just go down here, left click, right click, insert keyframe. And now it's going to stay small on that one. However, we have a different keyframe over here. So that's actually a cool effect where it could get bigger, but it's going to like jump down to small right there. So kind of need to, this is where it would have been smart to like do that at the beginning. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to undo I'm just gonna undo it. Be like, you know what, you're good. You're golden. So anytime you have to change it, like that's why it's so important for moving objects, get it the size you want first. Get it the shape you want first. Get the materials on there first. Get the location first. Um, Otherwise, you're gonna like if I really wanted to move that, it'd be like another 5 minutes of like just like annoying tweaking that I really don't want to do. Um, the other thing that I would probably do is just well, yeah, I'll actually do this. I would. This is how I kind of do all of my moving parts on my scene, because in order to now add it to Decentraland, I have to have this whole scene exported. And that's a giant pain in the butt. And let's say I was doing something like the palm trees, where I want multiple palm trees on the scene, or like, I don't know, snowflakes or stuff like that. A lot of times what I will do is left click, right click, copy objects, and actually I want to be down here, highlight with the A my keyframes, copy, and then I'm going to go into a completely new Blender file because I know my size is good. Delete these guys. When I paste it in here, it's going to be way far away, right? Because the point of origin on the scene is still over here. So actually this is, okay. This is, yeah, like now I will have to reanimate this to get it over the point of origin. So I won't spend the class time doing that. But so usually if I get my item beautiful where I want it, before I animate it, I'll put it into a new file just so that I don't have to like tweak it. And it automatically added 250 frames. I'm gonna go back to 200. 200. 200. Okay. So it looks good. The only other thing that you have to do is export it correctly. You can't just like export it like a normal GLB. You actually have to you have to tell it that it's moving. So I'm going to file, save as, let's do forward, animated badge. Let's do that. So I have it saved, and I'm going to go over to File, Export, GLB. I'm going to include, because I selected it, there's a lot of different ways to do this, but I'm going to select items down here at Animation. Ruston helped me figure this out, so more props to Ruston. Click on this, and then Active Actions Merged, and then Export. Again, this is where, looking at your Blender version, I'm in 4.4.3. If you have an older version of Blender, that is going to look different. There's a different setting. So if you're trying to export in an old version and it doesn't work, let me know, because yeah, I can't remember exactly how to do it, but there's a different way to do it. All right, so I'm going to go over to, oh, hi, Sin, you're in voice chat. Hello. Oh, I gotta do this for a second. Sorry, the screen is gonna look weird. I know the screen is black. I'm just pulling up this. Let's do Creator Hub, guys. Because once you get it in, you're still gonna have to do one more setting to put this into your scene. So let's see. Last week we did our tree. Let's add it to our tree scene. Oh no, 2 weeks ago we did the tree. Last week we did the building, which actually after the class I was like, this is such a fugly building. It's ugly. It's not a pretty building. So it either needs some help or just scrap it and don't use it. Okay, new dependencies version. I don't want to update, but I should. All right, so now I'm gonna assume people are still kind of learning how to import into the Creator Hub. So I'm gonna hit Import Assets, and I'm going to look in my file, build it forward. I'm gonna try to remember, what did I call it? Animated badge. And now you're gonna have two files, a blend file and the GLB. You want to put the GLB in. I don't see anything, but I'm not worried about that. It's fine. Um, oh, good gosh. Okay, no, my brain. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. So I was looking for it. I gotta import it first. So go down to models. You're gonna see like the floor, the tree that we added 2 weeks ago, and now we're gonna add the badge. But uh, it's gonna be off to the side. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be way off to the side, isn't it? I should have done this smarter. Okay, there it is. Because I had it on such a big scene, and this is what I mean by like I should have had it way over here when I started animating it. So sometimes this will happen, and like I don't mind having to drag it over, but it's gonna be out of bounds. So this is a snafu on my part, um, because that was such a big scene, and I built it on the scene. So I don't think it's gonna let me get away with it. Oh no, it did. Okay, so even though the point of origin is over there, the item is right here. So I imported it. It's here, but there's one other important thing that, of course, guess who helped me with this one? That's right, Ruston. If you make sure you're highlighted on it, go down to here, and you have to hit start playing and loop. Those are crucial to get it to work. If you don't do that, it's not going to animate. It's gonna sit there. It's not going to do what you want it to do. So let's see if we can hit preview. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see a preview. Last week it just took so long to load up. Um, but yeah, like this is actually way, I mean, we could have done this in 5 minutes. If we had it already, we spent some time getting the material on it and then time getting, getting kind of tweaked. But if you had your asset ready to go, this would take you 5 minutes. Like animating is so easy, like so easy compared to what I thought it was going to be. When I realized this is all it is, it's like keyframes and just make it loop, I was so blown away. That's probably why I use the same kind of animation like over and over again in all my builds. There's other kind of animations that are, you can get as complicated as you want, but to make it like super simple, it doesn't take much. All right, so here we go. Let's see if this works. Continue. I know I don't have enough memory. Oh, sign in. Okay, I don't want to do that. Okay, so I will tweak it and I will deploy it. But for now, at least, I think you have the understanding of like what it would take to get to this point. Oh, sorry, that one's there. Sin is seeing this, guys. Sin's seeing it. Okay. Um, so if you guys have any questions from here, hopefully we got a little bit of information done so that now like you could make this dance floor, you could make that little badge over there twirling around. Like really this is pretty much what I did for the palm trees. The lasers, same thing. I just like instead of going in a circle, I went like around and then like you can actually look at them. You can see that's probably where it started. And then I went to the left and down and I kind of did like twirlies. And then I resized it. I made it small right there. And now it's just, I made it big. Um, so I hope that I see a ton of animations. Hopefully people will want to like do some cool stuff. So I'm going to go through, if anybody had questions, please let me know. Looks like the elves are here in force. Um, and thank you everybody for being here so much. All right. Looks like nobody has questions, so that's good. I mean, just, feel free to ask questions. Sin, I see you chilling in the voice chat. I don't know if you're at work, if you can talk, but you caught this all right. You ready to make your own animations now? It's probably at work. You can't answer. let's see. I'm gonna go up here to the lighthouse. Lighthouse was the same thing. Oh, that's as high, as close as I can get. Same thing. I just made a super bright cylinder. You know me, I'm all about that cylinder life, guys. You could do so much with a cylinder. And you can see it doesn't quite match up at the base. I have a cylinder here that's super bright as I could get it. And this is over to the side, so I kind of need to fix that. But then all I did was make it rotate. So it's giving away all my secrets, and because they're not that hard. Let's see if I can get the camera over here. Kind of. Can't get super close. Maybe I'll run. Oh, Bitcoin, I have too many questions. Ask them. Ask them. It's good. I'm going to run over here. I'll be right back, but I'll just show you with the butterfly build. The butterfly is that's a different beast. The butterfly was 100% hand animated from start to finish without any parenting, which would have made it really easy with colliders, but it will get you there. So this is like, I'm not gonna teach it this one. This one's gonna be harder, much harder. But you can see this little piece over here is moving, super slow, but it looks cool. And then this one, I think I kind of left. I didn't make the linear. I just let it like kind of continue to go. But my butterfly is taking off. So this one, I had to move both wings independent. So you can see they don't totally line up. But I love, oh, there. I love this. I love the challenge of this animating. Because like right here, I wanted each wing beat. Because if you're on a real butterfly, it would like pull you forward every time it beats its wings really fast. Whee! And then it gets up here, and it stops. And then this is what I wanted to show you. Oh no! No! Okay, I won't take it back up. But these sparkles or sprinkles or whatever you want to call them, same exact thing. I just made them. I joined them all as one object, and then you can see it's just rotating. And then to get them to kind of look cool, and you have like a special effect I just like redid it and had two. I'll go back up there because it's kind of cool. Plus, it's fun to ride the butterfly. Bitcoin, a Bible for builders? Yeah, why not? Why token gate this stuff? Like, everybody's like given little tricks and like secrets along the way that has helped me. So like, I feel like they could have token gated me out of it. So why would I don't want to do that. But part of it is just like breaking down the knowledge so that it's digestible. Because I think that's the challenge. Just like not falling off of this is the challenge. All right, I'm gonna get over here so that collider doesn't get me again. I love this effect there. Let me get the camera. Let's see here. Okay, I love this effect of these sparkles because you can tell they're moving, at different speeds, and that's because it's all circling, but then if you add a little tilt to it, it kind of pushes them up. If you add another tilt, it pushes them down. So it's a really cool effect. The other animating here, much different. Well, I'd say much different, but not really. It's just going up and down. It's very simple. But getting those to match up so that they look cool, they just have the same amount of keyframes. Oh yeah, I have more animations. I love animating, you guys. I always wanted to be an animator. I made this for the Fashion Village community that some stranger formed the community for Decentraland. And I thought it was such a good idea, so I made this build, and then they've kind of just not come, like, I've never seen them again. I had to teach them how to walk upstairs, so I'm like, no! But same thing, I just have, this is where, like, the point of origin is down here, instead of halfway up. So this just makes it, like, really cool. Go back and forth. Let's see. Oh, and I have sparkles here. Yes. Oh, I forgot about that. I have little sparkles, and I did. Let's see if I can get a close up on those. Okay. Let's see. A little sparkle. You can see same trick. I'm a one trick pony, guys. I just go around, and then for this one, I added a little like up and down motion. But that's it. So like that's all you gotta do. You make so many cool things. Let's see. Do I have anything else? I don't think so. Um, I love the challenge of animating. Oh, here. Oh, this is weird. Look at that. That's weird. Why do I see two of them? I bet one is. There we go. Oh, so it's not moving. Let me go run away and come back, and maybe it'll be moving. Okay, well, if you guys can see this moving, this is another good example of, in order to get this swing to move, to animate, I put the point of origin way up here, so that then that's the place where it's moving from. I wish I could, I can't see it animating, but hopefully you guys can. Oh yeah, look at that. That's weird. Everything stopped. Oh my gosh, what happened? Why? It's like I broke it because I was talking about animating it. It's like the devs were like, "Oh, you want to show them all your animations? What animations?" And they just killed it. What the what? Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm also going to show you, and we're right at time. I'm going to show you, if I can, because now I'm not sure if the gods are displeased with me. Let's see. I'm going to show you the swing emote, because I think just also understanding, if I can find it in all of this stuff, because the swing emote is another really good way to kind of understand that, like, point of origin changes the animation, like if it's in the middle of the object or if it's at the very top. Sorry, I'm trying to peel through all these layers of emotes. There we go. Because this was the very first one that I ever, like, I think this was really early in my animating. Oh, actually, guys, here, this is a great one. I did not this is hand animated, so it did not. See how on the top of it you can see it moving. I'm gonna try to get a view really close. You can see this sucker is moving. So I didn't have the point of origin locked in. Oh, right there you can see it like bump. Because this was very early. This was my first. No, this is like my second moving emote there. And the whole thing is like hand animated. Like normally you would use bones to parent, but if you look closely, like you can see my hands are not lining up. The whole thing, I don't know, like it was like such a work of, not a work of art because I know it's not great, but like to do that and like to literally this is like done the way Walt Disney animated in the early 20s, like frame by frame, and trying to get the avatar to match up with it. Now it's easy. You just, like you can parent and I'm trying to find one that works with that example, but not really. So, when you're getting started, like don't be afraid just to like break some stuff. Just use that Control Z and it'll get you out of like whatever experiment you're working on and you want to go like fix it. All right, so I'm gonna look at the comments. Hopefully it didn't break from me. It might have. 10:04. Yeah, it's still working. Okay. Oh, Autolam, thank you. Don't have questions. I'm gonna thank you. Man, I'm doing this because like everybody should feel like they can build, and I gave up on Decentraland like in 2019 because I was trying to go from like no Blender skills to like building an SDK, and that was not smart of me. Like I'm not gonna say I'm stupid because I try not to say that about myself, but it was not smart. Like that was not gonna work, and I can see that now. Like I needed to walk before I could ever run, and so I did. I like did stuff in the Creator Hub or the the builder tool that is it was called back then. But then eventually I gave up because I couldn't build like what I wanted to build here. And I got really discouraged, and there was no community to help me. Like, there was the Discord channel, but mostly that was, people interested in trading and the land value, because you couldn't go into Decentraland. It was like April of 2019. So all you could do is just play around in the builder. And I don't want anybody to have that feeling of like, I can't do it, I'm not good enough. So the better option is for me to leave Decentraland. Like, I just don't want anyone to feel the way I felt. Um, Plus, it's like, we're teaching each other. Like, old guy, like, he said that he got started last year when Mr. JS Stickle and I did some building tutorials together, and now that guy, I can't keep up with him. I'm trying to keep up with him. I'm like, how did you do this? How did you get the date? How did you get that? So I'm also like, maybe I'm selfish. I'm like, you guys, I'm gonna get you started. You guys grow past me, and now I'll try to keep up. I don't know. Um, but yeah, you guys, like, and also so many people help me. Like, Rustan is number one, giving me resources and helping me when I've like, there's never been a time since 2019 where I'm like, I want to quit Decentraland, but there's times where I'm like, I'm not having fun here anymore. Like, this sucks. Like, this, I can't build, I can't put it on my scene. I spent 20 hours animating something and now it doesn't work. And then I'm usually like rage to Rustan in DMs. He's like, well, there's this button you have to click and then it works. And so, I think like, yeah, like building, maybe it's just something where there's like good times building and then there's some really frustrating times. So yeah, not to say like power through it, because it can really suck, but I think at the end of the day, as our friend Make would say, like, there's a lot of cool stuff we could do. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up, but I do want to say, if anybody wants to, I'll jump over actually to what I was doing, what I was showing you guys at the beginning, and I think I see more people here now, and so make sure my stream catches up. But what we were doing here is that old guy had an idea for February to make like an Olympic village. Like, the Olympic Games are coming up. They're starting February 6th, and old guy wants to do something for it. And first I was like, I don't know if we could do it, and then I realized I have these old scenes that I kind of just repurposed. There's like my Oktoberfest build here and a gingerbread house here, and so I just put them together, and I'm gonna try to make like a chairlift to run through the whole property. And I have land where we can put your scene on it. So even if you wanted to do like a parkour, or like a tiny escape room, or even don't do anything, just do like a sculpture or whatever. Let's see how much stuff we can put in. It's only a month away, literally 1 month, but I think it's gonna be so fun to see what we can do. Old guy's gonna make he's gonna code some cool stuff. I don't know if I can code cool stuff, but I can at least start. So there is a channel in the CBD Discord if you guys want to, be a part of it. If not, just come and, enjoy. But the Olympics, ever since I was a kid, I've been fascinated with them, and they're such a cool way to bring people together, especially like our audience here is so global. So, yeah, I think that's probably a good place to stop. Let me get back to Decentraland. All right, and I will post this. This will be posted on YouTube, so come back anytime you need to take a look at it. Don't forget to grab your OP badge right down here. Yay! Don't get stuck in the colliders. I need to fix that. I know I do. I've just been lazy, because apparently it's my fault that the colliders are doing that. Let me get back to the front. Hi, Busa. Hello, hello. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I really appreciate it. I love being here with you guys. Learn Ash. But I can't do steps, apparently. All right. So I'll be in the CBD Discord if anybody wants to ask questions. Otherwise, Thank you so much. It's Tuesday, so we've got Toxic Tuesday later. And again, just thank you for being here, everybody. I will see you next week. Bye.